So the Arabs, they have a tradition, one of the most beautiful tradition, by the way, in the ignorance time before Islam. When they have a new baby, they send him to the desert to be nursed by the women from the desert. So they actually be away from the sicknesses of the city, as well as they make their tongue strong with the Arabic language, right? And you know, the desert is a tough area, so the baby becomes strong. Even though they love their kids, right? And they want to spend time with them at that time of age. You know, when a baby is 1 or 2 years, that's the most beautiful time, right? If you think about it, it's the most beautiful time for the parents to spend time with their little kids. But because they want the benefit of the kid more than their enjoyment, right? They send them away, right? Even it's against their hearts, but their mind saying this is better for the baby. Like, for example, Abdul Malik bin Marwan, he was one of the caliphs. He said, أضر بالوليد حبنا له. He had a son. His name is Al-Walid. And he said, because we loved Al-Walid too much, that actually harmed him. Because he didn't send him, just like others. Because he loved that kid too much and he kept him. And what happened? His tongue, فيه لحن. His tongue didn't learn the actual Arabic language, right? So he grew up with weak Arabic, right? So now Halima is the one who took Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So we will say the things that she said by herself about how she took Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So she said, قدمنا مكة نلتمس الرضاعة. We came to Mecca looking for kids to nurse. And we were a group of women, and every single woman was shown Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And they told the women that he is an orphan, right? So they don't take him because he's an orphan. Why? Because he doesn't have a father and they will not pay them much, right? They will not pay them much. So all the women passed. Even Halima herself, she passed. She said, I don't want the orphan. So all the women took all the babies and there was no babies. Then Halima remembered and she said, we don't want to go back with nobody. Let's go back to the orphan and take him. Maybe Allah will bless us. And her husband agreed and he said, عسى الله أن يجعل لنا فيه بركة. Maybe Allah will give us blessing with him. Then she went and she took him. And she said, the only reason that I took him because I have nobody else, right? She said, فلما أخذته رجعت به إلى رحلي. When I took him, I went back to my to the animal or the donkey that she was riding, right? And she said, when I put him to nurse him, before I nurse him, my milk was very small amount. There's not much milk coming out for me. But the minute I start nursing him, the milks come like a lot. And he has a brother as well. Not Prophet Muhammad, a brother, but she has a son, her own son. Same age as Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. She said, I nursed both of them, and both were actually full, right? Then my husband went to our camel went to our camel, and he looked at her, and she was also full of milk. So he milked the camel, and he said, "Sharibtu wa sharib." We both drink from the milk until we are full. That's before even they start going back to their area, right? Then she said, my husband told me, تعلمي والله يا حليمة لقد أخذتي نسمة مباركة. By Allah, O Halima, you took a blessed boy. And she said, Wallahi inni la arju dhalik. By Allah, I hope so. Then she said, then we actually start traveling back to our area, and I ride my donkey, right? And she said, by Allah, the donkey was the fastest from all the other ladies, animals. And they ask her, is this your same donkey that you come back? Because when she come to Mecca, she was riding that donkey, and she was the last one. That's why actually she didn't get any kid, any boy. He was very slow, right? But in the way back, he was the fastest. And the people ask her, "Innaha lahiya hiya? Is it the same donkey?" And she said, "Wallahi inna laha sha'na." By Allah, there is something about this, right? So the donkey was the fastest. She said, and when we arrive to our town, or not town, our area, basically, because they're Bedouins. It's not a town. It's like they have tents and everything in the desert, right? She said, when we arrived to our area, my sheeps was full of milk. We milk and drink, right? And the other neighbors, there's no milk. When my sheep goes to the wilderness to eat, they come full. They come back full. Somehow they don't know, and they're full of milk. So, mashallah, there was a lot of blessing that happened to Halima and her husband and their kids. And she continued nursing him for 2 years. She said, after 2 years, we brought him back to Mecca, and we wanted to keep Prophet Muhammad. So I came to Amina. Amina is the mother of Prophet Muhammad, and she said, can you please keep him with us for another 2 years? Because we're scared for him from the sicknesses of Mecca. Mecca is a city that people come from all over for the pilgrimage, even though they do pilgrimage even before Islam, right? She said that, you might have sicknesses and he might get sick. So please leave him with us. And she kept insisting until at the end she gave him back Muhammad, peace be upon him, right? So from this, we learn few things, right? We learn few things. One lesson we can learn from this story, that if the people doesn't value you, right, don't worry, because God will value you, right? Prophet Muhammad was a baby. Nobody wants to take him, right? Nobody from the whole tribe want to take him. But see what happened when she took him. She was blessed, right? Second thing we can learn from this, that Halima, she said, "Bitna bi khayri layla." We slept with the best night ever when they took Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, because of the milk, because of the blessing, right? She was grateful. grateful to what he has, what she has, and they have, right? That's a lesson for us, you know, as a human. Sometimes we have a lot of things, but we are not appreciative of these things. Even she was a disbeliever at that time. She was a disbeliever, right? But she appreciated what God gave her, right? And the third, that Prophet Muhammad is a blessed prophet, Nabi Mubarak. Where he went, blessing came, right?